one's gonna be watching anyway.
This is true.
Let's not kid ourselves.
Of course not. All of a sudden, like 1,500 people show up.
I have like how many subscribers? Not a lot. I have 21 subscribers.
I have close to 400, and I can almost never get people to watch live streams. So.
Yeah, they're.
Wah, wah. Although if you want to, I was gonna say if you want to share the YouTube link with anybody,
I retweeted it.
Do that.
Where is it? Where is the link? Is it just the link in my thing?
And I sent one on your Twitter. You're Omnitoast on Twitter, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I tagged you on Twitter. And
it didn't tag anything. It just says @Omnitoast, but it's not a clickable link like mine is. So.
That's weird.
God hates me. It's okay.
That's weird. But if you go to my Twitter, you can find it and retweet it. And there's also, if you go down to the links on the window, you can copy the YouTube link and even do an embed code if you want to do something like that. So I'm going to send that out to my friends. So
I can remember my password.
Can somebody watch me?
There.
I can remember my password for Twitter.
I tried to just tag you now, and it's not letting me. So that's fun. Fun times.
DJ, you don't actually exist.
I probably don't anymore.
Rip in pieces.
It hates me. It's okay.
Okay, I do have to be out of this building by 2 a.m., just a heads up. But I'm assuming we're not going that late. But,
I think
12:30 maybe.
1 is kind of the latest because I have to be up at 7 in the morning.
I also have to get up at 7, but I can nap between the hours of 10 and 2, so...
I don't
have to get up
as
early.
I can sleep as soon as I get home because Nash isn't doing RDA tomorrow night because he's moving soon.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not doing RDA tomorrow. He's not doing it Tuesday. He's moving it to Wednesday, which is bad for me because I do my D&D stream on Wednesdays. So I'm pretty upset about that, but whatever. Oh, well. But, yes, for all 0 of you watching, we're a bunch of nerds and we're going to talk about Power Rangers.
Twitter hates me. It's okay.
I'm always a nerd. I don't understand what the...
Before we talk about the actual movie, I do want to say that we went to Toys R Us before we saw it, DJ and I did. And we have a vlog out now if you want to see our pre-recorded thoughts. But I picked this up. Little metal chibi Billy with his weapon. He's great. I like it. He is my small blue son. And I also have another small blue son. And then I have a small red son. And
he's building up the collection. I'm so hyped.
I actually have another one of classic MMPR blue in the other room. But I couldn't figure out where I put it, so I didn't get it. But I did get, and DJ actually got this for me for Christmas. Thank you, DJ.
Nice.
Power coins.
Well,
but it's okay. I'll be accompanied by my baby up top. That pretty baby.
DJ, we got to get you a better webcam.
I'm using my laptop, yeah.
Yeah, we got to get you. You got to get a new one, son. You work at Best Buy. You should not have that issue.
That is
That's
fair
my first
statement.
problem. That's my first problem, though. I work at Best Buy. I don't get paid enough.
Okay,
Dude,
also true.
I get paid less than you do.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
But I also have a transmission in my girlfriend's car to fix.
That's true. Fair enough. I got to pay rent soon, and I'm not happy about it. But
my roommate finally caught on to, Kelsey, when do you work that you get paid? Because I'm too embarrassed to admit that it's just me getting money from my dad.
The answer is mind your business. I'm actually gonna take out a coin. There's a collector somewhere just going.
Why are you opening it?
Because, damn it, this is $25 worth of gold coins.
Because you can't speculate on something that's still in production.
Yes.
Oh.
So nice. I actually kind of want to get a second set just so I can get them weathered.
Oh, those are really
time.
shiny. Holy crap.
They're very shiny.
Oh, damn.
Those are Shine City, my friend. I might do that, or I might just get another set. I might just get another one of these and weather it. I will have to get the Ninja coin as well for Billy, because so far I just have the White Ranger Morpher, and that just has Tommy's coins, and I don't really give a shit about Tommy. Sorry, DJ.
That's it. I'm done. I'm off this one.
No, that just means more husbando for you.
Yeah, I know, right? Wait,
and,
what?
And I also got this. If Martin doesn't already have one, I'm gonna get one for him. Just give it to him at MomoCon.
Is he coming?
Yeah, he comes every year. Because like MomoCon is one of his favorite cons.
I haven't seen him on the guest list yet, so that's why.
I think Marianne is. I could be wrong, but he says he comes back. He comes to MomoCon like every time he can. Because Voice Duels does really well, and they like that. And B, because he's Little Karibo.
Voice Duels was so much fun last year.
Like I'm fairly certain he confirmed himself for coming. Even if not as a guest, I think he usually comes as just the booth.
Yeah, that's true.
He makes a lot of money. So who knows? But we're not talking about Yu-Gi-Oh. We're talking about Power Rangers.
Yeah, good, because I would be lost on the why. Yeah.
Wait, I thought you said that I walked into the Ross one.
Kelsey, do the thing.
Okay. What was it? This?
No, I meant the musical thing.
Oh, okay. That was the wrong note, and also, why am I in like the 7th octave of a piano?
Dang, Kelsey. We have one viewer, so one viewer got to see you mess up.
Good. Hello.
Excellent. Hello.
Hello, person.
I'm trying to figure out how to do the thing where you can like put up your name and all that stuff. I don't.
Hey Toby, what's your Twitter? So I'm just gonna link your Twitter to my Facebook.
It's at Toby Mobius, because everything I do is at Toby Mobius. Because I don't do anything else. I am me. Where the heck's my name? I don't know. I don't see it, and I don't really give a shit.
There you are. Haha! Victory.
Haha!
Finally. So it's only showing me stuff that you retweeted back in 2016.
Oh, that's weird. Try refreshing.
Oh, there we go. There you are. There we are. 20 hours ago, apparently. Oh, that's for our... Everything hates me.
Yeah.
If I just put it in the chat, can you just link it from there?
I can, yeah. I feel really bad. I'm supposed to be computer literate here.
Dude. Yeah, I gotta see if there's.
We are the best at entertaining live streams.
Yeah,
we are.
We really are. This is why, I do this once a week. But at least then I have the excuse of doing silly voices and playing Dungeons and Dragons where I don't actually have to be looking at the camera. And also, there's a bunch of people to cover for me. So I was explaining to to our friends, the ones we saw the movie with, he was saying that he was glad the movie wasn't like cheesy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, I mean, that's kind of like half the point, because it was described to network executives as if the Saved by the Bell kids were superheroes.
Okay, that was how MMPR was pitched, not
that's what I'm saying. It's Power Rangers.
That's
like
we're gonna have some entertaining content. I
actually did think about it, and I was like, wait a second. Jason is Zach.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Kimberly and Trini are the girls that I don't remember the names of because I didn't really watch Saved by the Bell.
Oh,
Billy is Screech, and Zach is Slater.
Yeah. Okay.
Except he's not a douchebag.
I'm okay with that.
In this movie, however, but can we take the teenagers with attitude from Power Rangers and cast them in a Saved by the Bell remake?
No, we can't. Dude,
think about it.
I'm on board.
Bryan Cranston as Mr. Belding.
I propose a new problem for you, though. There were 3 girls in the original Saved by the Bell cast, not 2.
I don't remember.
Fine.
Tommy is the other girl.
Well, there are petitions going out there right now to make Tommy a girl for the sequel.
Okay, that's only interesting if Tommy then dates Trini. That is also the only way that I want that storyline explored at all, but dating.
I wonder what the subtitle for the next one is going to be, because I don't think it's going to be called Power Rangers 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
because Lionsgate doesn't really do like they don't really do numbering. It's like it's like the Twilight franchise, Twilight Breaking Dawn, Twilight Eclipse. So for Power Rangers, do you think they're just going to call it Green with Evil?
That'd be too straightforward for the plot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, Green with Envy is also I understand in the historical context of the show, but Green with Evil is not a phrase.
Well, yeah, but I think that's like the play. It's like you call a movie title something, and it's like a malapropism of a popular phrase, like On Deadly Ground, or pretty much any Steven Seagal movie title. Really, they're all like that. Every single one.
Yeah, I don't know what they could actually call the second movie. I agree with you. I don't
about the second movie.
Yeah, but we are.
I guess
we're about to spoil everybody. Everybody dies.
Yeah, everyone dies. Tommy shows up.
Dies.
And then everyone dies.
Then they all sit down and read the Power Ranger comic books.
Oh,
it's literally just 2 hours of that being read. That's all the movie is. I mean, I was happy. Those comics are amazing, but
yeah.
No, I guess the best place to begin with the movie is the beginning, and by the beginning, I mean, what trailers did you get, Kelsey? Because I got the same ones that I got with Logan, pretty much.
Oh, we were late. I did not see any of the trailers.
Okay. We got Transformers.
I missed that one because I was getting my freaking snacks.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was the same one I've seen a billion times over the past couple months because they play it with like every movie.
Yeah.
Let's see. Transformers. Optimus is killing people.
Yep.
We'll come back to Michael Bay in a little bit.
I know we got King Arthur.
Yeah, I got that one with Logan as well. So I saw it twice last night because I saw Power Rangers again. We got Despicable Me 3.
Mm-hmm. Which is just as annoying as it sounds.
I was about to say, I think they've made 3 too many Despicable Me movies.
I liked the first one, and the second one's okay, if only because Al Pacino is really trying. But the second one is the third one. It looked more interesting before Drew showed up. like when they had the '80s themed villain played by Trey Parker.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that sounds fun. And then no, it's the main character's tempted to go back to being evil. Oh no. So yeah, whatever. What was the other one? It was something else. I don't
remember the other one.
Shit. Something. By the way, there's gonna be swearing. There was something else, and I do not remember for the life of me what it was. For Logan, I got Life, Alien Covenant, mostly the same shit. Maybe it was King Arthur I was thinking of. I don't know. But yeah, we got King Arthur.
Spider-Man Homecoming, of course, we got.
Spider-Man Homecoming, yeah. Which looked great. I'm really... Oh, and Guardians Volume 2 played before Logan, so that was cool. So we got several Marvel trailers. I'm kind of surprised we didn't get Justice League, to be honest.
It was too new, I think.
Maybe. No, I mean, then again, that's where they usually put the trailers, is in front of like the newer movies, and it came out yesterday. Yeah. So, or not.
Yeah, but the trailer also came out yesterday.
Sometimes they put the trailer on a movie before putting it online, so that's kind of why I was surprised. Or maybe Warner Brothers just didn't give a shit. Who knows?
Sounds like Warner Brothers went working on the DCU anyways.
Yeah, it seems like they just don't give a shit anymore. Not even with Oscar winner Suicide Squad under their belt.
I'm still upset.
I can't believe that.
But because I was in a car all of Oscar night too, I didn't even get to watch the goddamn ceremony.
Star Trek got robbed.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm going to say. Oh, speaking of, okay, Kelsey, agree with me.
Mm-hmm.
Did Jason not look like the love child of Chris Pine's Kirk and Zac Efron?
Yeah, that was
exactly
the discussion we had leaving the theater. Was that guy looks like Chris Pine or Zac Efron? So
he did. See, that's what they should have gotten to play Light Yagami in the new Netflix Death Note. I'm sorry, Light, whatever his last name is.
No, I don't care either. I just I'm tired of seeing that pop up in my Twitter feed.
I'm tired of seeing it before YouTube videos. I just like skip. But yeah, we really need another movie where a white guy is a murderous terrorist and a black guy tries to stop him and is probably gonna die.
Oh, always.
But yeah, the trailers were good. But
better than the ones for Power Rangers anyway.
The
trailers were pretty terrible.
Actually, the first trailer was okay. Like, it worried me. This is the whole thing about the Power Rangers movie in general. Like, I said this when we were doing our review before. The way they brought it out and the way they started showing us everything bit by bit was so backwards. It was ridiculous.
What, you mean you didn't want to go see Breakfast Club with superpowers?
No, my all-time favorite movie is Breakfast Club, but that's beyond the point.
I actually have not watched that movie. Do not hate me.
I'm not going to make you watch Breakfast Club.
No, I said don't hate me. Don't make me.
No.
That's fine.
But it was one of those things that it's like they showed us concept art, or the first time we saw the Megazord, they showed us the toy.
Yeah,
I didn't care about the toy.
Goldar was revealed as a toy as well.
I'm like, I wanted to see it in the movie first, not as the toy.
Or at least in a trailer. Like, I want to see the footage, not the plastic.
Alpha 5 was concept art.
Yeah. Yeah, and it looked awful.
Yeah. Because it wasn't fully rendered concept art. It was just concept art. And then it was more or less... Then they started bringing out as they brought the trailers, I started feeling more comfortable about the movie. It did start to grow on me a bit more.
It looks much better in motion. Is
yeah
what I would say. Honestly, pretty much everything, all of the CGI looked better in motion. Like, as soon as you see it, like move, it's like, okay, that's actually that works.
Yeah.
As far as the suits, I still don't like it as much.
That's one thing I do have to admit, though. They didn't call them suits. They called them armor.
Armor.
Yeah, and they are. It is armor, and it does look like armor, but I don't know. As shitty as Max Steel was, I actually really liked how his suit looked. Even though it wasn't the Max Steel kind of thing I grew up with, it looked like Sentai is what it looked like. It looked like a knockoff Sentai suit, and I wish
that's a movie I didn't.
What?
I didn't see Max Steel.
It wasn't very good. It was pretty bad. It's kind of what I was. It was one of the directions I was afraid this was going to go in, and the other one was Michael Bay. There's like three extremes. Power Rangers, I would say, is actually closer to a Marvel movie in tone, in that it's realistic, but it knows when to be silly.
Yeah.
Or it knows kind of when to embrace the campiness. Like, there's no kind of star-spangled man with the plan kind of scene, but it takes itself just seriously enough, and the acting is really good. Like,
yeah,
that's what kind of surprised me the most, is the acting was superb, from all sides. Except from Elizabeth Banks, but that's, that was the point. It's
Someone's
funny
playing the piano in the background.
Who?
Not me. I'm in a series of practice rooms.
Oh, I can't hear it. But Billy was the best Ranger. I don't think anyone can disagree. Billy is best character,
he nailed it.
as he should be.
Personal bias aside.
Yeah.
Personal bias aside, he knocked it. The young actor,
RJ
Kyler.
Yeah, I was like, it's RJ CY something.
Yeah, RJ Kyler.
The young, 2 years younger than me actor. Wow, really? Damn, son.
22 years old.
Yeah, they were all really good, and I thought they all did really well. And actually, Doc Ray Montgomery, who played Jason, who I did not know was Australian.
Yep, he's Australian. And I think the girl who plays Kimberly is from England.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah, I would not have guessed. I thought they both did really well. Apparently, Naomi Scott was on Lemonade Mouth, and I did not know that.
Yes,
because I've never seen it.
I was the correct age for that to have been a thing. So
she was teared over. What should I do to watch? Becky G. I think we all kind of knew her, just because she's a singer, and I don't listen to her music at all.
I didn't I knew she was a singer. I had no idea what song she had sung until people started singing them in the car on our way to Krispy Kreme.
All I know is she worked with that sleaze lord Dr. Luke. That's
wow.
Pretty much the entirety I know about her music career.
And then the guy,
I keep finding pictures of her in yellow lighting on stage.
Nice. Foreshadowing? Who knows?
But and the guy who played Zach did a really good job.
Yeah.
Even though Lynn, he was great.
Even though there was points in the movie where Zach was getting borderline annoying, but
I think he was the weakest of the five, easily, written wise.
Yeah,
written wise, yeah. But his actor did a great job portraying it.
Yeah.
I just found something, and I'll see if I can screen share it because it's amazing. Screen share.
I'm gonna bend down so I can get my last burger because I'm fat on the inside, and I needed 3 burgers to quell my hunger.
Let's see. Ah, shut up, phone. You're not my real dad. Yeah, let me copy that.
Copy that.
Is in the chat, and then I'll try and screen share it.
But yeah, I think while you're looking posting that up, like acting wise, all of them did great. Even for the points where I hear a lot of people bagging on Elizabeth Banks, but I think she was having a blast with it.
That role wasn't written to be acted like.
No,
I don't know what this motion is, but it was written to be acted the way it was performed, and
it was written to be campy as hell.
Yeah.
Let's see here what you put up.
This is
That's glorious.
He is insanely.
He is insanely hot. I mean, they're not wrong.
No.
Okay, for some reason I can't get the screen share to work.
I'm not sure he's the one. I mean, sure.
He is insanely, Ludi Lin. He's insanely hot.
Noted. Is that like on his Wikipedia page?
That is on his Wikipedia page.
That's glorious.
You need to take it. You need to try to take a screenshot of that and like get his Twitter and tweet it to him and see like, hey, look what someone posted on your Wikipedia page.
You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right now.
Do it.
Do it.
But
does he have a Twitter account?
I don't know.
Yes, he does.
But yeah, I still say like all the actors did good. I think the only time that they actually felt their weakest is when the script felt its weakest.
Yeah,
because it was definitely more writing than it was their acting. Like they would act out as much as they could.
Yeah, I definitely think I think the cast made some of the weaker parts of it work.
Mm-hmm.
In a lot of aspects. Like I will say the film kind of starts on a bad note.
Yeah. Okay.
With not even the stuff in the time of the dinosaurs.
No, not that. I know what you're about to say. I think
the utter joke.
Yeah.
The utter joke.
Yeah. Okay.
It was utterly terrible.
Absolutely. I have been watching Turbo recently because that's just where I am, like chronologically advancing through. So
someone already edited it to say insanely hideous. Rip. Sorry.
I'm glad it just the 5 seconds. No, I've been watching Turbo, so like going from that to, yeah, dude, I jerked off a cow. Like that's just huge tonal shift, and I'm just like, okay, so we're in that kind of movie. I think that might have been the weakest joke of the film and the most Michael Bay-esque.
That was a Michael Bay joke.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What I feel like is that scene of the script was from an earlier draft that no one ever went back and re-edited. Like back when we're like, okay, let's make this like Michael Bay. And then decided, okay, let's not make this like Michael Bay. Let's leave that first scene.
Like, I know the whole thing they were doing, it's a whole prank thing to do to another team where you steal their mascot, but they could have had that scene and delivered how Jason gets to where he is, minus the jacking off the cow.
Yeah.
They didn't need to mention that at all.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the thing, and that goes back to it. I feel like most of the bad parts, like, and mind you, there weren't too many bad scenes in there, but it feels like a lot of the bad scenes were actually more or less done by the background characters.
Yeah. Like the one note bully is kind of looking out for doesn't really fit in with the movie. Like I feel like at one point in the course of writing he was supposed to be either Bulk or Skull.
Mm-hmm.
But they never.
And they just kind of smushed them together.
which then you ruin the aspect of Bulk and Skull.
I feel like maybe Bulk and Skull were the two guys that Jason was with at the beginning. Because I don't think he even said their names.
Not that I'm aware of.
I don't think so. But
maybe they'll be in the second one because Tommy needs somebody to beat up.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to go in that dumpster.
But yeah, so at that scene right there is like, yeah, I felt a few seconds in, I'm just like, oh boy, please don't follow this tone. Please don't keep going this way. And luckily it didn't.
It didn't.
No, it ended very quickly.
Like I was stoked. Like I saw Zordon. I saw Rita in her Green Ranger costume. Then it was a dick joke. And I'm just like, oh, God damn it. No.
Yeah, can we discuss the fact that, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay, can we discuss the fact that I was not expecting to see Bryan Cranston outside of
the wall?
Well, I was going to say the tomb, but yeah, it's the wall.
I didn't expect to see Bryan Cranston all blue.
I am the wall that gets knocked on.
Fair.
But yeah, no, I didn't expect that scene. Actually, when I saw that scene in the trailer, I thought that was from the climax.
Mm-hmm.
But to see that was actually just a flashback to how the power coins and watching his team die was like, well, damn. And then a dick joke. Why not?
And then a dick joke. To me, the first misstep was just the black in the corner Power Rangers.
Oh my God! Yeah, with no sword, no nothing. It was like an episode of Law and Order. I feel like hearing a dun dun.
Yeah, like no pomp and circumstance. It's Power Rangers. You can give us kind of a cheesy opening credits, but no, I understand they want to get right into it.
Yeah, I was go ahead.
What it reminded me of was RPM when they were doing the different Ranger episodes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to be coming at this movie from a different perspective entirely, because I did not really grow up with the show. I did not really start watching it until I was about 13. And also, I'm a marketing major, so I acknowledge that what fans want and what a mass appeal audience thing is going to want are two different things, and I'm still probably going to want to lean mass appeal, though. So I had no problem with that, the title. I don't think having done not even an over-the-top title sequence, but just kind of a title sequence at all would have really gelled with the tone of the film.
Yeah. Well, I don't mean a title sequence. I should have said like a title card or.
No, that's what that was also the word I was looking for. So.
Like the opening logo, they could have done like the Power Rangers logo kind of comes out of the darkness, fanfare, something kind of like the Avengers movies do. I think, with some sort of sad almost rendition of the theme, that would have worked instead of just no Power Rangers.
I tried.
I said sad, not drunk.
I was trying to do it minor. There we go.
Yeah,
I fixed it.
Slow and mournful. But yes, I think that would have gelled more, but no, it's Power Rangers.
But it was still really cool, like I said, seeing the Green Ranger outfit minus the shield. That was the only thing I had an issue with.
Yeah, no shield. But, I guess Rita will give Tommy the shield because now the suit has to be built again, I guess.
Yeah, so it might be redesigned with a shield on it.
Speaking of, that's something else. In early leaked info, we were told that Zed was going to appear, in some capacity, and there was hide nor hair of Lord Zed.
That could have early leaked info. I mean, it could have been.
Well, I say early; it was leaked 4 months ago.
Oh, okay.
So after the movie was done, pretty much. Cutscene.
Yeah, it was deleted scene.
Special extended edition cut, maybe. They did it for Ghostbusters. I don't see why they wouldn't. If they have enough content to justify its existence.
Yeah.
DVD short, maybe, I don't know. But I was told Lord Zed was going to appear, and he's basically Two-Face. Because he basically tried to grab the Zeo crystal, and
it almost
burned
destroyed
half
him.
of his face. Yeah, it burned like half of his body.
Well, that's good, because horrible skinless man is probably not something you want in your hyper-realistic film.
Tell that to Christopher Nolan.
I would love to.
But also he's an alien, so.
See, my only thing is
Logan had one of those too.
But here's the thing: I don't want, as much as I'm excited to see how they're going to design Lord Zed, but at the same time, I'm like, if they make him look like Two-Face, it's going to be like, well, honestly, it would be sad that, you know, the TV show version would be more menacing.
I'm fine with letting this film be its own thing. Yeah. Especially because Ninja Steel is currently running. I am fine with these being two separate universes.
Oh, absolutely.
Things occur.
Yeah. I actually have not seen any of Ninja Steel yet.
Neither have I.
I need to.
Well, okay.
I've seen
casting sides from Ninja Steel, but that was a difference.
Yeah. That can be the next GoFAR. We can watch some Ninja Steel and then talk about it, I guess.
Yeah.
Actually, I was talking to Kelsey about doing this like on a monthly basis. Just like a little stream
Sounds
chat.
Good. I wouldn't mind doing monthly, weekly, or however you guys need to do it. I'll do it.
Just because I need to start getting content out, and this is a good way to do stuff.
I made an update video for my channel saying I'm going to start uploading 3 videos a week, and then I got very, very sick last week. So. Well,
you know, you can. I guess we could maybe rotate host, and that way.
This doesn't. Content-wise, this doesn't fit, so it's fine. But
okay. Well, you can always say I do this, but it's on another channel. So
yeah.
Content, I guess. Mm-hmm. If you want to see me talk impromptu with no cuts. Yeah.
So back to the movie, but yeah. So we saw the opening scene. What was your guys' thoughts on that first like bit though in the dinosaur era?
I really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was really interesting to show Zordon and the Yellow Ranger, who I found out from the end credits was also the jewelry lady.
Mm-hmm.
The jewelry lady. So that was cool. Yeah.
I mean, why hire multiple actors?
I feel like she was on. Yeah, that's Saban. I feel like she was on Glee as well.
Hold on, I'm on the IMDb page.
I feel like I know her from something. Either that or she looks a lot like the lady who was on Glee.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about now. I don't think that was her, but I can.
It looks a lot like her.
I thought that too, but it wasn't.
There we go. Nope, that's not gonna work.
I know a lot of the Star Trek shows do that too. They'll have like 5 or 6 people whose basically job is just to show up and put on a different alien makeup every week so they can die and then come back.
No, she's had a lot of what look like bit parts in movies that you two would have seen. Star Trek Beyond.
Yeah, probably like character number 7 or Ensign Mary Sue.
Orion girl, which is weird because I live next to a guy named Orion.
Is he the Silver Ranger?
I really hope so.
Please no.
He does own an awful lot of gray, so.
Does he dance with a mop when no one's looking?
He was in show choir.
Then yes.
Dear God. He might actually be the Silver Ranger. Run.
Find out if he sleeps on a locker. If he does, then he's the Silver Ranger.
But
yeah. So the opening scene I really liked. It was always weird, like they're speaking this Star Trek-y ass language, and then Zordon.
Yeah, that
Rita. It's like, can you not do that in between your fucking Klingon? It's really jarring. Like they could, I don't know, I feel like they could have found a way to say those names without it sounding like a break in the middle of the language.
You mean
Yeah.
just kind of putting an accent over them, even?
Yeah, like da or something like that. Tordon.
I agree with you there.
Then again, getting Elizabeth Banks and Bryan Cranston to say any of that language was kind of a feat in and of itself, I have to imagine. Like, have you heard him trying to speak like Spanish on Breaking Bad?
No.
Ain't great.
I'm assuming
There's like a couple times where he like tries to speak Spanish when dealing with like the dealers and stuff, and it doesn't.
I'm assuming he sounds something like me when trying to speak Italian.
Yeah, I would assume. I do accents well, but I don't know any like languages.
I don't do languages.
But,
I took Spanish class for 2 years, and that was a nightmare in its own self.
I have to take
barely
both.
speak English
I have to take both French 1 and French 2 this summer, so
at the same time.
concurrent summer sessions, like May through July. The first week of July is French 1, and then July second week through the end of August is French 2.
Right on.
Oh, fun.
The opening scene with Jason, I really liked. Apart from the dick joke.
Yeah.
Apart from the dick joke, I like how it was shot. I like how it was shot in the car with the rotating camera. I liked it because it gave that feeling of panic that Jason was feeling, and also I liked the way it was shot because it made it seem like it was done in one continuous shot, even though it really wasn't.
Yeah.
I liked the trick shot.
I couldn't keep up with what was going on.
I will say the one thing I didn't like is that the movie was just too damn dark. Half the time you couldn't see what was happening in a night shot.
I didn't have that problem, so that might be your theater, or that might be my theater is over. Right.
Well, we went to two different theaters, and I saw it in two different places, and I had the problem both times.
Okay, so maybe it was just that my theater was brighter.
Maybe.
I just noticed. This is so off topic. I am currently sitting at a piano, right? This is more of like an electronic keyboard, though, and it's got a spot for a floppy disk.
Ooh. Floppy disk or zip disk?
No, I'm pretty sure that's a floppy disk, Cole.
Yeah, a lot of them have that for older ones that use like MIDI and different sequencing, or so you can just like save what you did.
Because
my friend has one that runs on zip disk.
I was gonna say because I can fit a whole, I don't know, note on a floppy disk.
But yeah,
hey,
so
go to CompUSA and pick up a bunch of the AOL floppies and reformat them. Hashtag 90s hacks. Yes, DJ, you were saying.
But I'm just saying, like, after the whole Jason scene, though, I definitely still love when Jason was sticking in for Billy, and he literally just slaps the bully. Did you slap me?
Yeah, weird, right?
I'm just like, right there. It was at that moment that I'm just like, okay, the dick joke has to be the outlier. That's the outlier right there, right?
Right.
Because this is what I like. This is perfect right here.
Okay, so I checked the change history on Ludi Lynn's Wikipedia page, and one of them is he is very hot and daddy AF. Yeah, it has since been fixed, and there is no reference to his hotness in there.
Or his daddiness.
Both are applicable. But what was I going to say? Okay, is it me, or did Jason's dad actually look a lot like how Austin St. John does now?
Yep.
I got that, yeah.
I'm glad they didn't go with Austin St. John. For reasons similar to the Ghostbusters reboot, that was distracting as fuck.
See, it didn't really bother me as much in Ghostbusters because those roles were already there. Like, at least for a majority. I think Bill Murray's character was expanded upon, but I didn't. I actually thought his was the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Like I thought his was the most annoying and stayed way too long. The other ones were quick.
Mm-hmm.
They were roles that didn't need to be the original, and only like twice I think did they actually reference Ghostbusters. You know, what do you want?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Ernie Hudson's was actually probably my favorite at the very end.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking
But
of
among
cameos.
Ghostbusters, yes. Speaking of cameos. Speaking of cameos,
who loved Jason David Frank and Amy Jo Johnson in the end of that movie?
How much you want to bet that I completely missed that, and then later had to go back and find like someone who had filmed the screen for me to be like, "Oh, yep, that happened, and I missed that."
oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
You were wearing green and pink. How did you miss that?
That's
But
a
yeah,
fair question. Why is iTunes popping up?
I literally just
What
sat
is it?
there and I just like I remember sitting there with Toby and the group that we went, and the minute I saw him, I looked at Toby and we're like,
I when I saw it again last night, I actually tried to see if I could find any other people in the crowd, but I did not see anybody.
There wasn't.
Which made me sad.
Yeah, I think it was just them in the crowd.
So what I would really love is in the second movie, after the Krispy Kreme has been demolished, they build the juice bar in its place.
Okay.
I'm okay with that. Build the juice bar over the Zeo crystal.
Yes, I mean it is the source of all good things.
Yes, this is true.
And I want Ernie played by Gabriel Iglesias.
I don't have a better option off the top of my head, so sure.
I can't think of anybody.
It could be John Goodman.
Yeah.
I'm down with that. That's
Jeff Garlin.
That actually brings up a good point I have about that movie. So after the Megazord fight with Goldar, did nobody go and check on that hole? Like the Zeo Crystal is completely revealed down there. Did no one go check on the pothole?
Well,
in the middle of this.
It's too damn hot. Like it has some sort of. I think it's the energy, and that's like the heat they were feeling.
Yeah.
Like you can't touch it. The only reason Rita got closed is because she had the thing made of gold.
Yeah, which makes me wonder though, because I know I brought this up to you, Toby, but it makes me wonder if the Zeo Crystal is how they forced them to turn into the Megazord.
That's what I'm thinking, because Rita was like, I've never seen that before. What the fuck?
Yeah, and Zordon and Alpha didn't say anything about it.
Zordon didn't say shit to them during the fight.
That's fair. Or ever, really.
Except,
Zordon
go train, get out.
Zordon was an angry mentor.
Except for when he was disappointed dad, which I also loved.
Well, yeah, of course he's frustrated. He doesn't have hands. You gotta think about it.
I think he's trying to go back to the dick joke.
Yeah, I was trying to go back to the dick joke.
I told you, there's a reason that people in my improv group think I'm innocent, and it's just because I don't react well to dick jokes.
It's because they haven't seen you play Cards Against Humanity.
Also fair.
They haven't seen
the dark side
the
of Kelsey.
Throw back to when we played that coming back from Chicago, and I thought I had lost, and I actually won by quite a margin.
Let's start recording that once a week. Play Cards Against Humanity.
But yeah, I definitely think the Zeo Crystal had a part to do there, and I was
thinking. I'm thinking it was their connection to the morphing grid, and it unlocked. It basically they leveled up and unlocked a new ability.
So what you're saying is their team was better than a well-trained Zordon team in a matter of days because of the power of friendship.
Yes, as we all know, in Power Rangers, friendship is magic. I mean, that was literally the crux of Mystic Force.
Yeah, it kind of was.
They couldn't do it unless they believed in magic, and they couldn't all do it unless they all believed in magic because they were friends, and friendship is magic.
Yes.
Okay, on a related note, I had no problems with morphing being related to trusting in each other and being friends.
Yeah,
I did. I agree with that.
Okay.
And plus, like even going back to MMPR, they wouldn't have had trouble doing that because they were already friends.
Mhm.
So
Exactly.
these kids don't fucking know each other
But
for the most part.
but again, the one thing that still tickles my funny bone a little bit is they created a morpher for toys, but it was never used in the movie.
Yeah, we were wondering about that. And speaking of, still don't like the toy morpher. It's too much like a Kamen Rider belt. Like
Agreed.
it's almost
And
literally.
I
I'm pretty sure they took the mechanism out of the Kamen Rider, the first driver, which I have in my room, and it's literally the same motion, and I'm pretty sure it's the same light.
Okay, I'd forgotten what the morpher looked like. I looked it up.
Yeah.
My only thing about that though, like, I wonder if they took it out because they didn't know how it actually works to make them morph.
Yeah, like I feel like, you know what, to be fair, they did actually have the area on the belt where the buckler would be.
Yeah,
So I
you
think
still
the
see the
toy
morpher
is
there.
just I think the morpher toy is just an enlarged version of that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Just for like, role play for kids.
yeah.
Because
They
there
might
really isn't a
Because
point to
we can
selling
sell
it.
toys.
Exactly.
they
Now,
might-
see what I would have done if I was them. I would have just released the new Dino coins in the same scale as the ones for the Legacy morphers.
yeah, and let people put it in their legacy morphers.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I would have done.
Here's my thing. Legacy morphers aren't aimed at kids. The legacy morphers are aimed at adult collectors.
True.
Just use
True.
that.
But they're sold at Toys R Us and Walmart, and they're in the
yeah,
toy
but
aisle.
they're not at a price point that is aimed at kids, though.
Well, okay, then the new morphers are $30.
Yes,
30
the
to
movie
40
morphers are
limited
30.
And the legacy
Yep.
morphers are 50. There's $10 wiggle room. That's all I'm saying. Or
Okay,
I would
how much-
have released.
Because I have it pulled up in the other tab. It is $29.99 for the movie morphers at Toys R Us. I don't know about you, but when I buy kids gifts for their birthday, I spend $30. That is my cap.
It depends on the kid. To me,
Okay, but I'm just saying, like, as a general rule, because I know lots of people who have that rule as well.
right?
That puts it within gift range, whereas I'm lots of marketing theory back here.
Yeah, and that I'm actually really glad you're here because that really does kind of add a new perspective to this. That said, it would have been a good Christmas gift if they had put it out around the Christmas shopping season, because parents do tend to spend more
The movie
at
and
Christmas.
but because the movie's a March release.
But the toys did come out for
That's
the
fair.
Christmas shopping season.
That's fair.
So that's to me, that is what I would have done. Or I would have just I would have at least made it a smaller toy, something a kid would be able to carry around, because you can't carry that around. That thing is too freaking huge.
Okay.
It is adult sized. And it's like, wow, the one time they don't do the scaling right on the kid's toy. Like,
In one of these images,
like,
please show me the scale.
you really can't see. I think I sent you a video ages ago on Facebook in the Command Center group that has an idea if I make it. You can see my hand when I push it.
I'm seeing lots of images of the 1995 movie Morpher. That's fun. It's not what I wanted, but thanks.
Not what I wanted, but thanks. And honestly,
I can see in that scale that's big.
yeah,
Yeah,
like honestly, I would have released something actually closer to the scale of the original Morpher, or even the Legacy Morpher, just in the same scale, not like made of the same components, obviously. But I don't know.
Yeah.
First of all, the Morpher's too big. Second of all, they don't use it.
I mean, if you look at it
And-
on the suits, it's approximately the size of my fist. So
Yeah,
like,
it's because that's how
that's
big
how
Morphers are.
It's basically a belt buckle, but without a
Exactly. Yeah,
belt.
it is.
Mhm.
Where did I put Billy? Where did I put your coin? It's literally just like that big.
Yeah.
because I have two now. I have the original and I have the Legacy. And I'm actually probably going to get another Legacy white because they're really cheap, and I'm probably going to make it Billy's just with repro labels. But I don't know. I feel like there may have been a scene where they get morphers in like an early draft, and that's what the toys were based on. I know. Yeah. I think Landis's draft, Max Landis. First of all, fuck Max Landis. Second of all, I think in his draft there was a scene where they actually got morphers. But I could not actually tell you because I just kind of skimmed it. To be honest.
Prior to the movie, how much did you guys look into this? A lot.
Look into what?
Like you read an early draft and stuff.
I skimmed like notes on early draft. I basically just looked at posted pages.
Because I did my absolute best to go spoiler free.
Yeah, same. I was basically told nothing in his draft was staying the same, so I looked at a couple scanned pages.
Yeah.
And it had some interesting ideas. Bulk and Skull were actually in it for starters. I think they were just like burnouts in detention though.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no room in the current draft the draft that got made that Bulk and Skull would have fit.
Well, no, I mean, I would have just had the kid that bullies Billy be Skull, at least, or you know, I don't know, have Bulk and Skull help him with the prank at the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, something like that. That's what I would have done, just to kind of at least say, hey, it's them. They're here. They did have the most character development in the original series, after all.
That is true.
And plus, if they are going to sort of do the Zordon era in film, you
oh god,
you kind of have to have Bulk and Skull eventually.
Yeah, because they play a pivotal role in the countdown to destruction.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I guess they might be leading up to it being Jason's dad who does it, because they kind of hint that Jason's dad knows that he's the Red Ranger.
Yeah.
Because they put the clipping up next to his thing on the wall, and they have him look at him like, is that my son? Because he called me by my first name, and it's the same voice.
Yeah.
They're not doing superhero voice.
Here's the thing about that, though. If they do the 6-movie plot that then apparently being rumored again now, because speaking of which, it did make $40.5 million this weekend.
I mean, that's great. Yeah. That's like a third of its budget.
Yeah, which isn't bad, especially for the fact that it's going up against the likes of Beauty and the Beast.
Actually, current is 59.2 million.
Nice.
Oh, they're up to 59.2.
So it's at over half its budget.
Nice, and that's only on its first weekend. So
wasn't 150 budget, or was it 100?
And it was 100 million.
It was 100.
Okay.
So I think it's actually going to make back its budget.
But it makes me wonder this.
You need to make. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Makes me wonder if it's going to be, because as we all know, in the original series, it went Mighty Morphin, then Zeo, but you also had people leaving, coming in. You know, you had your team slowly start changing over that. So they're going to have to. There will be changing a lot then if it stays Jason throughout all 6 movies.
That's true.
But I would also rather, from a narrative standpoint, I would rather see the same group of characters go through all 6.
Yeah, the only way I would do it differently is if you wanted to do it without, if you wanted to kind of bring in the other characters, maybe sort of in like a Fast and the Furious kind of way, where they have different protagonists and then they all come together to kind of be on the same team, or the Avengers, I guess, is a better comparison.
But then you also run into the problem that like 5 of those 6 teams have Tommy on them.
Yeah, this is where I'm actually going with that. If they wanted to do that, say in the next film, for instance, and this is not where they're going with this at all. This is, they're going to have the same team throughout. But if I were to do it, I would have the next one be Rocky, Adam, Aisha, like find some little fragments of the Zeo crystal from the battle in Angel Grove. Like it split, like it got fractured, or parts came down from another one that maybe got pulled out by Lord Zed. And or no, actually King Mondo or something like that. And then they become the Zeo Rangers. And it's a different team, and eventually they meet the originals. And that's one way they could possibly do it, and then Tommy shows up.
Well, and then you also, film 3 would then just be Kat, film 4 would just be Tanya, and then film 5 you have all of the second half of Turbo, basically, because you'd have all.
I have a feeling they're gonna.
But it's really the Fast and the Furious.
I have a feeling they're gonna skip Turbo.
I feel like what they're probably gonna do is just keep the Mighty Morphin suits, the armor, because I guess there really is no reason to change it, like the way they've set up the narrative.
Yeah.
So I have a question. Can we disassemble the Megazord?
That is a good question. If they do Ninja Quest, maybe, or something will happen that causes them to become the Ninja Zords.
Oh,
go ahead.
One scene I was not expecting to be recreated in this movie is that scene at the start of season 2 when the Zords just kind of go to hell.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then they come out of hell
as a Megazord.
No.
It was really cool. It was really cool. I like that little nod. Also, speaking of nods, Mariner Bay and Reefside Street.
I like that. That was nice.
That was cute. I see what you did there. No mention of Stone Canyon.
That should have been the rival town.
Yeah, maybe it was, and maybe that was probably in the script. It just wasn't on screen. Because I don't think we saw the name of the school. Because it could have been Stone Canyon High.
Apparently, there was a small stretch of Easter egg that someone was trying. I read it up a little bit earlier today, but apparently the mascot name for Angel Grove is the Tigers.
Yeah.
And of course, everyone's like, "Oh, you mean the Tiger Zord?" I'm like, that's a bit of a stretch, but I can see where they're going with it.
What if Tommy gets the green coin? It makes him evil, and the White Ranger powers is what save him.
That'd be interesting. I don't know.
That way they can kind of keep going with Tommy's numerous power changes.
And then at one point he just becomes red, but Jason's still here, so we've got two.
Jason's just like, what the fuck?
Or Jason can become gold, either way.
Yeah.
And Jordan's like, no, there can only be one Red Ranger. Too much red energy is dangerous.
But here's the issue. So here's the thing that I'm wondering. It's like, I get the idea that if they're going to do a franchise for this, they're, of course, most likely going to go through the Zordon era, because best era of Power Rangers was the Zordon era. But the thing is, I honestly don't see them changing the costumes.
I don't.
Unless they do it just for the Zeo costumes.
I could see that. Like imagine they fight Lord Zed.
They get their asses handed to them.
Yeah, they get destroyed, especially if Tommy's there too. They get just wrecked, and their suits get destroyed in the same way Rita's was. Like, it gets fractured. It's not nearly up to snuff, but they connect to the Zeo Crystal and they get Zeo suits.
Or they get armor. They just get armor.
Yeah, they get Zeo armor. They get Zeo enhancements. I don't know, but plus, from the standpoint of we want to sell toys, variations in the merchandise.
Oh, absolutely. What you mean? We can make metallic armor, just slightly translucent and sparkly.
Wow. Maybe they learn to absorb steel like Rita could absorb gold, and that's what makes them metallic armor.
Oh dear God.
Or circuitry, and that's the Zeo suits.
Okay.
Now, I will say the only reason I would change the suits personally is if they do in space, because then they will have to make like a suit that can survive in space.
Okay. Here's my thought. I don't think they're going to if they follow the Zordon era, I don't think they're going to follow it that closely. I don't think they're actually going to go to space.
I think it's going to be
They're gonna have to do something because it. I mean, it will end with it.
It's gonna end with a countdown to destruction-esque. But
battle.
I don't. Yeah. But I don't think they're going to.
Although this time Zordon doesn't have good energy, he can spread across the universe.
That, yeah, you're right.
Because he's too. Because they will literally have to like.
He's
Zordon's a douchebag?
He's literally a
Well,
recording.
Or here's the best part. That he does have good energy, but you can't just use Andros' sword. You're just gonna see someone come up with a wrecking ball. Just to take down the entire wall.
It's Miley Cyrus. See now I want to do that. There's like that thing where celebrities will like recite song lyrics. I just want to hear him do Wrecking Ball.
But yeah, no.
But
you're right.
Vain.
But like you said, Toby, I do agree with you what you said about the morphing grid being just basically a save state.
It's a save state, but you can only have one loaded at a time.
It's a solid state hard drive.
It's like, do I want to delete my old save? I mean, I don't know. But it's funny because when they first mentioned that, I was like, okay, someone's gonna die, and Zordon is gonna sacrifice his chance to bring him back. I thought it was gonna be Trini for two reasons. They had the fight, and I thought Trini was gonna die, and Zordon was gonna do the thing, and she was gonna come back. Then she showed up when they were meeting at the high school. I thought she might either sacrifice herself or even betray them, because that seemed kind of the direction they were going, but then they didn't.
I'm kind of happy they didn't.
If she betrayed them,
I would not have been happy with that.
If they betrayed them or got put under a Rita spell, Rita was just like, "You've outlived your usefulness, die," because it's Rita. Because that's basically what she did to Billy.
Yeah.
Spoilers: everyone, Billy dies.
Yeah, I was not ready. I was not expecting that. Things I was not expecting to happen in a Power Rangers movie.
And then Stand By Me. And then Stand By Me. And I got sad.
And he got sad. But
then they had him in the Jesus pose.
My favorite... it was sad, but my favorite thing was when they had to throw him down to the command center, so they just threw Billy's dead body over a cliff.
Well, they carried it, but yeah.
Yeah, they held on to him.
But then they threw his body over a cliff.
Well, he's not getting any more alive. Kick. It's not like he can die again.
But go ahead.
Did he just drown? Was that what happened? Because I watched that and I was sitting. I'm a lifeguard. I was sitting next to someone who is also a lifeguard, and we both just were like,
that was
staying alive.
Well, I guess he had no pulse at that point, so that's
why you do CPR, is to get a pulse going again.
They're stupid, emotional teenagers.
Honestly, what I think happened is he died before he went into the water.
Oh yeah, probably.
Possibly.
Because Rita turned around, did a Avada Kedavra, and he was dead.
Yeah.
But it looked like she did that to the rope.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or maybe she like choked him with it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it like held. That's what I'm thinking. What was I gonna say? So earlier they were on, because I was gonna say, if he drowned earlier, they were underwater for like 6 or 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Inspecting the reflection wall. Like, how did he drown after 5 seconds?
Yeah, she hit him with something that
she hit him with the Avada Kedavra.
Mm-hmm.
but luckily they found the stone of death, so he got better.
Yeah. Then Zordon's like, I'm gonna let you live and waste this time because I think you guys finally found your mojo.
I think y'all got this, and if you don't, well,
shit.
Yeah, if you don't, I mean, you guys are gonna get a big ass robot, so whatever. Actually kind of bugged me that Alpha called him Master. I'm like,
please no, never again.
Alpha has a slave kink?
Possibly.
Is that
I
now
don't know.
canon?
I feel like that would. I feel like Zordon will be bothered by that, by being called master by somebody.
Not this Zordon. I don't think that's actually.
This Zordon's kind of a dick. You have to forgive him. He's from a different era, the Creozoic era.
But yeah, Toby was crying during the Billy death scene. That's for sure.
I was.
Oh,
I was crying.
No lie.
I cried for a completely different reason.
Yeah, I cried tears of joy later when the Zords came out and we heard Go Go Power Rangers for 5 seconds.
I can never relive this moment, but it's an entire theater full of college students singing Go Go Power Rangers.
It was gorgeous. And it happened at both screenings I went to.
The funny part is I cried at the scene beforehand. Like, they just revived Billy, they morphed, they walked up the stairs with that epic triumphant music, and when I was at the theater with Toby and them, I was hyperventilating, and one of our friends looked over to me, didn't say a word, and all of a sudden after the showing, she came up to me, she's like, "Were you crying when they morphed?" I'm like, "Yes, all the nostalgia, I was so happy."
Did you notice once they morphed and actually went outside, the film was suddenly in color?
They forgot to put on the filter for the last half of the movie.
Yeah, like suddenly, oh, it looks like a Power Rangers movie. Holy shit. Like, you can actually tell what colors they are. What is this sorcery?
They might have did that as an effect just so we can actually,
maybe. I kind of hope that's just how the next movie looks, because this blue filter darkness shit's got to stop. It's Power Rangers. I realize Angel Grove is a shithole now, but come on.
I know it's not that big bustling city.
It's so poor they can't afford the abandoned buildings district.
No, it's the shipyard now. Remember that.
Yeah, it's the shipyard now, where the dead ships live.
Speaking of which, I was watching a review about this earlier today, and they did mention, you notice how this is a really run-down town, but it has two like American Midwestern themes. You either got fishing or you got mining. You can't have both.
The Midwest should not have fishing.
Depends on where you are in the Midwest.
Currently lives in the Midwest.
It's the California coast.
Yeah.
Wisconsin's the Midwest.
There's no coal over there either.
No, it's a gold mine.
It's gold mine.
Oh yeah, fuck, you're right.
The place Rita went after taking.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
teeth.
why the fuck didn't she go there first?
Yeah.
After taking people's teeth, hitting up a jewelry store. No,
I mean, I think she had to build her staff up before she could get that much gold.
Yeah,
Okay.
she might have had absolutely no magic.
Yeah, and I think the gold fixed her somehow. I don't know.
This is a me thing.
Because bitch is a gold digger.
I ain't saying she's a gold. Glad we both went there.
She ain't messing with no broke gold arse.
Okay. Yep. I had a thought. Oh,
And
civilian casualties. That's what my thought was.
Oh yeah, they actually killed people in Power Rangers.
I did not.
In dozens.
No. I do not watch a lot of movies because I do not appreciate civilian casualties.
I understand.
So I'm just like, well, there's lots of dead people now.
Well, there's 4 dead people that we saw. At least. Minimum 4.
And they didn't bother to evacuate Angel Grove, so presumably.
To be fair, the cops are useless, as we saw.
Yeah.
So at least that tradition's kept alive and well. Adults in Angel Grove are fucking useless.
Wait, I mean, for the first 2 seasons of Power Rangers, it was more like, wait, there's cops in this universe? The police exist?
I wonder where Lieutenant Stone is right now.
What?
Oh, see, that's going to explain how Bulk and Skull get into the fucking police academy later, because there's no more cops left because Rita killed almost everyone.
Well, she killed 1 that I know of.
She killed 2 because he called for backup, and then there were other people dead.
Yeah.
And some of the fishermen were dead.
The hobo died.
The hobo died. The hobo got brutally killed.
Well,
and
he
then
had a mouthful of gold teeth.
And then there was the other hobo with the boombox. I almost said jukebox. With the boombox that she lured them into the trap with, and the people and then there was the cop in the jewelry store
who, yeah, he died.
Straight-
And,
he's
and we
straight
don't
dead.
know about the rest of the jewelry store people because they were there.
No, I'm pretty sure she killed them all.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain they were murdered.
So that one
just
actress
straight
got
up.
killed twice.
Yeah.
Twice. So yeah, Rita doesn't fuck around.
Oh.
Except for the delicious taste of Krispy Kreme. And how
Yeah.
about that brand advertising, huh?
That is
How
that
about that product placement?
that is an advertiser's dream to let it.
We're pissed about it. I love it because it's the cheesiest thing in the fucking movie.
See,
Okay. Go
Good. I'm kind of split on that scene. At one part of me, I'm like, okay, this is campy. This is Power Rangers. This is kind of what I expected.
Rita eat the fucking donut.
At the same time, though, part of me is like, that scene could have easily been cut because all of a sudden you're battling, you're fighting, and then there's just a quick pause so she can eat a donut.
See, I like it because like it's immediately undercut with,
Goldar's hand coming right through.
and
Okay.
she's still just nonchalantly eating the donut. See, that's kind of why I give it a pass because it's really funny.
Yeah, it is. It was really funny, but at the same time, I'm like, this is the climax of the movie right now.
It gives you a second to catch your breath. That's kind of why I appreciate it because before then, it's the climax and everything's just kind of like boom, 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 and it gives you a second to kind of stop and watch something funny, and then right back to the action. So
Yeah.
I appreciate it, and I thought it was funny.
I-
You can tell Elizabeth Banks is just having a fucking blast.
Oh yeah.
I had no problems with that scene. I think it would have been better. And this is me saying this. I think it would have been better if they said Krispy Kreme a few fewer times.
Yeah, they said
Yeah.
Krispy Kreme enough.
I really think.
Donut shop at, or
Yeah.
just Zeo Crystal, even if you're going there.
We gotta get to the crystal. We gotta get to the crispy crystal.
Nope, not what I said.
Oh my god, it all makes sense.
Crystal creams.
Zordon wants the Zeo crystal because it's not the Zeo crystal. It's a different kind of crystal.
Oh shit.
Alpha, we need to cook. I
Have
I
either of
was
you
wondering
had
how
the-
long it would take for that joke.
Have either of you had the Power Rangers Krispy Kreme donut?
I have not. Are they
No.
filled donuts? Because I
Yes.
hate. Okay, then I will never have them.
Okay.
'Cause I do not
Are they
like filled
filled with-
donuts.
Are they filled with Zeo?
No, they're filled with cream.
Crystal cream.
Crystal Cream.
Sure. And then, well, no,
seriously,
and then they've got like the
seriously,
crystally sugar on top.
Yeah,
Here's the DJ. We really should have stopped for Krispy Kreme after the movie.
we really should have. I just want the damn box.
Like instead of donuts, we should have just gone to Krispy Kreme.
That's what I forgot at work the day
Instead
after.
of pizza, we should have just gone to Krispy Kreme.
That's what I forgot. That's what I forgot about the day after. Like when I went to work. So when I went to work the next day, 3 things happened at work. 1, everybody asked me how the movie was. 2,
You were probably still wearing your communicator, I would assume.
I was actually, but that's not number 2. 2 was this. 2 was so my emotions and my adrenaline were so high pumping that day that my
I
next
kicked
day
the
at
monster in
work,
the face.
I posted on my Facebook page that the day after seeing Power Rangers, my day literally felt inadequate. Nothing could make me happy. The day sucked. It was dull. Like no, I would have to go see the movie again to gain back my happiness.
Yeah, but
That's
what did
kind of how I
do?
felt today. Like it's such a shitty day at work. And it's just like I just want to go watch Power Rangers again.
Okay,
And
today was a
Man,
shitty day because it's 80 degrees everywhere. It's actually fairly cool in this basement, and I wish I didn't have to leave this building in an hour because, like, the reasonable
but-
temperature.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
tomorrow I have
just-
an 8-hour shift, and I'm excited about it.
but yeah, it's
So,
just
I think
it's
we
really.
need to go back to McDonald's.
But number 3 was my one of my managers came in with a box of Krispy Kreme in the Power Ranger box.
Nice.
And I
Nice.
walked into the SDR. I walked into my manager's office, and I'm like, "Hey!" I opened up the donut box. He's like, "You can have a donut if you want." I'm like, "No, no. I was just making sure there was nothing left in here." He's like, "Why?" I just want the freaking box.
That's
And he looked at
okay.
me. He's like, "You're a nerd." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yes."
Yesterday was my granddad's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
He loves Krispy Kreme.
Uh-huh.
We had the Power Ranger boxes of Krispy Kreme on sale, so I got him a box, and he was like, "All right," and he's like, "You got Power Ranger," and I'm like, "So yeah, when you get done with that, can you stay at the box for me?" Because I'm not going to eat the donuts. I don't like cold Krispy Kreme. I like them when they come straight out and they're fresh and they're hot and delicious. And personally, I'm a cream-filled donut guy myself.
So,
I strongly prefer cake donuts to fried donuts.
okay.
But if I'm going to eat a fried donut, I prefer it to be cream-filled because when they're by themselves, they're just a little bit too dry for me. So the cream kind of moisturizes it. I don't know if that's the right word. Makes it moist.
Nope, not a good enough reason to use that word.
It makes them more palatable. So, but yeah, we have it downstairs, so I'm just gonna keep the box and put it on my shelf. And I'm actually getting shelving put into my little office here. And on this one, just show the camera. I've got like a Power Ranger shrine. I mean, a Ghostbuster shrine. The opposite wall is going to be the Power Ranger shrine.
Mm-hmm.
Now comes the question: which one will have more stuff on it?
I do not have nearly enough Power Ranger stuff, and I have to fix that. But that's where
eBay.
That's where my coins are going to go if I ever get a Blue Ranger helmet, and because I want to spend $300 and I hate myself. That's where it's going to go.
Again, going back on it, money well spent.
See, the thing is, I don't even mind if I like buy one that's too small for me because I'm never gonna wear it because I ain't got no Power Ranger body, and I don't hate myself enough to dye it. So
and
I'd rather just
I don't have a
just
Power Ranger
admire
body. I'm just scrawny as fuck.
Yeah, you have a gymnast body.
I need to lose about 15 pounds before. I need to lose about 15 pounds before next spring. When
Kelsey, you need to go to Dragon Con with us. Seriously, do it. Do it.
I don't know when that is.
It's in September.
September 1st through 4th. Do it.
Okay, maybe. We'll figure it out.
September 3rd is or September 2nd or 3rd is the parade, and you can see DJ in the parade. Go do that.
Yeah, because I like to melt in the hot Atlanta sun in spandex.
Okay, my thing is that college would start literally the week prior. So.
Yeah.
It's a weekend.
It's a weekend. You can fly in Friday evening. Leave.
Yeah, do you know how much it costs to fly?
Enough.
You could drive in Sunday evening. You could take a train.
You can teleport.
Yeah,
I wish.
Around. He'll give you a lift. So okay, that's a question I had. Okay, so
no, they couldn't teleport.
No,
you know that. Well,
I think they did because they were in the van, got hit by a train.
Okay,
And they're just home fine. I think the coins teleported them home.
Because if you look in the windshield after the car stops, you see the lights.
Yeah, like they have the glow around them. So I'm thinking they were teleported by the coins. Like they got in their brain and it knew where they lived.
That's creepy.
Because it was like attuned to them at that point. Like it's soul bonded. That's what I'm thinking happened, because otherwise how the fuck did they get home? Like they said they slept for a day afterwards, so either they got teleported or the coin just like took control of their battered bodies and dragged them home zombie style. Go Power Rangers.
AMC's The Walking Ranger.
I hope in the next movie Billy invents communicators for them just so they go beep 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 beep.
It's my alarm in the morning. It's the best way to wake up.
Oh shit, hold on. My battery's about to fucking die on my phone.
Yeah, my phone's dead, that's why.
I still got a whopping 45%. Woo!
Hey.
I still have my text tone is still Jarvis. Every time I get a text tone, I have him saying, "You have an electronic impulse incoming, sir." I believe it's a text message. Makes me happy.
Mine is the Power Ranger noise. I'm a doofus. For a little while it was Kim Possible, but 'tis the season for Power Rangers.
There was
Fa la la la.
There was someone in the hallway that had the Kim Possible beeps a couple of days ago. I'm like,
People keep asking me if it's the Kim Possible beep, and I'm like, you fucking.
I hate you. Well, that's the same thing.
they're the same notes in a different order. That's what it is.
So Toby, you know my I used to wear that White Ranger medallion as my necklace before you got me mine.
Yes.
Every time I would wear it, people would look at me as like, "Oh, that's a cool Transformer necklace you have on." And I'm just like, I hate you. Get out of my store.
Oh. I actually am going to contact whoever makes those and see if I can get one for the Blue Ranger, because I need it. I need that in my life. It's a really nice necklace.
Oh yeah.
It actually went really well with the outfit I was wearing, which is kind of why I was sad to take it off, but it was yours.
I know. I still like the fact that it's like, so it all started off when Power Rangers was coming out. It's like, so DJ, you gonna go in your Ranger outfit? I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. Let's do it. And all of a sudden, then it just degraded into me just dressing up in my Incognito Tommy outfit.
I mean, did you see what I was wearing?
No.
I don't. Well, I saw, but I don't remember.
It was. I can even tell you what episode it was. I think. Yeah, it was the Potion Notion. I was Kimberly from that. Give me half a second to grab the image. I posted it on Ranger Danger, so we'll go there.
And I'll show everyone what DJ was wearing because I took a picture of it.
Yeah, speaking of which, I got to contact Jade because she used her portrait mode on her iPhone 7 to take some pictures. So, and I know you took that really cool picture on your DSLR too.
Yep, I need to send her that, and I need to send you yours.
Come on, Billy, get on it.
I send everyone a push notification.
Kelsey.
Go Billy Rangers.
I just want a copy link to post. I think that's...
For some reason, it will not let me screen share that. I don't know why.
Try that. I don't know.
Hey, it's a Facebook thingy. Okay, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think everyone should be able to see.
Oh, nice. Yep.
Yep, everyone should be able to see. Deej.
Woo! Me rocking my Tommy. Like, the best part is I got to buy that shirt just to cut its sleeves.
Nice.
You got the little pin there as well.
I have my little Green Ranger pin.
And the necklace.
And the necklace.
From Etsy. Did I get that on Etsy or which? And, of course, your communicator.
My communicate, yep. I had everything. I even had my morpher.
Yes, but were you wearing light-up shoes?
I don't own light-up shoes.
Then I win.
I want light-up shoes, and I want Heelys. Heelys.
Yeah.
Heelys take away the feelies.
No, I don't know.
My friend on Skype, her name is Feelies on Heelys. She's the one that made me the plushy polio, and that was the Ghostbuster from Seishun that you met.
Nice. Oh, nice.
That's Anna. She's small. But what else was I? I was gonna say something about it. I don't remember. So, fun fact: the guy who wrote Power Rangers also wrote Skull Island.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
He was also in Pumpkinhead 2: Blood Wings.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, he was also in Norbit and Meet Dave.
I found something that I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Uh-oh.
I'm on Etsy. Latex Power Ranger inspired lingerie set.
Oh my.
Is there a pink set?
Size.
Because I want to get...
it only comes in pink.
Okay, cool, because I think I know I might get my girlfriend for Christmas.
Send it. We'll show the class what we've learned.
Well,
it comes in my size, and I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Oh God! Actually, scratch that. That latex looks terrible. Ugh. I'm not.
Oh, it does come.
I'm actually not.
It comes in yellow as well.
I'm actually not sure how I feel about that.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, it's UK cup sizes. Interesting.
I genuinely didn't know UK cup sizes
were any different. Yeah, I didn't know that either, and I'm someone that would be relevant information to. So
that's news.
Can you see it? Because I don't know. Oh, there's Velma.
Oh dear God.
Wonder Woman, Officer Jenny.
And this is
okay. Well, that one makes sense.
This is officially degraded from a Power Rangers to a lingerie show.
I love they show the comparison pic of a Power Ranger, and it's the action figure of Trini.
Yeah.
The one who was a boy in the Sentai.
Speaking of which, that was another amazing Easter egg I really liked.
Was
that the end when Trini was patching her wall? Her two brothers were drawing. They're like, "Oh yeah, the yellow one. He's pretty cool." Who says it's a he?
I love that.
And it's like that was a nice nod to the actual Super Sentai itself.
Mm-hmm.
That was funny. I really dug that. Stop sharing because everyone doesn't need to see all this latex.
No, I was looking for. I think I found his pendant.
Billy's.
Well, I found all of them. I think I found the one that DJ owns. Here's Billy's.
Yay!
This was the entire reason I went on Etsy. BT Dubs.
Go Power Rangers. That song is. I've literally been singing that since we saw the movie. Yeah, that is it because that's that. Yeah, that's the same chain. That's everything. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's actually who I bought it from. They did not have it at the time when I bought yours.
They probably just made it to
capitalize on the movie. You think?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Well, you got $14. Go get.
Yeah, and plus they do custom orders. So.
Place order now.
Hey, let me sign in and make sure because I can see if that is in fact the right person.
Ooh.
But
Power Ranger hair bow. Remember when hair bows were my thing? I do.
Vaguely.
I don't think I knew you at the time.
I think I've seen pictures.
Yeah.
I have you on Facebook, remember?
Yeah, because I started Spectroforce towards the tail end of my involvement with Platinum Happy.
Yeah.
So.
I remember that because I remember the other day I was still subscribed to Platinum Happy because I kept getting videos from them.
I'm not even subscribed to them anymore. Ooh.
My friend was actually my friends were actually watching YouTube Idol group videos and
you sent me that.
And they got to Platinum Happy. I was like, I was friends with girls in Platinum Happy.
You were friends with a girl, and you still are.
I am friends with someone who used to be in Platinum Happy. Mm-hmm. Doth my English bug you, bumpkin?
Yes.
I'm going to save that one because I want those glasses.
Yeah, I know. This is now just turned into. This is just turned into Kelsey shops. Well.
Hey, you know what? You can get people to watch those streams.
But to wrap it up, though, because I do got to crash because I got to be up early to go get my
past one.
This glorious mane of mine needs to get trimmed down. It's driving me batshit now. So
mine doesn't. Mine needs to be longer.
I have a feeling if your hair ever got cut, you would just lose all your powers.
It's true. It's like the hair of Samson, or the hair of Tommy in a lot of ways.
After watching the movie for the first time in a while, I considered actually just chopping my hair off.
Honestly, DJ, we really need to get you a brown wig for when you play Scream.
I found the best shirt.
Give to me. Reveal your secrets.
That's great.
What is it? I can't see it. It takes forever to. I'm fine. Do they have it in men's sizes?
Yes.
Do they have it in men?
Yes.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. That's on my next paycheck.
Oh dear God.
It's the best shirt.
But yeah, so overall, love the movie.
Yep.
I'm gonna go see it again Thursday with my girlfriend. So I literally, she's in the room next to me, but she put her noise canceling headphones on. So hopefully she didn't hear much of this, because I was trying not to spoil it for her. So I'm gonna go see it again though. I'm definitely looking forward to. Hopefully this does become a franchise, because the world needs more Power Rangers.
I love that shirt so much.
I feel like that's not actually true. Show has what, 840 episodes?
Give or take, it needs more.
Do you think they'll do anything special for episode 1000?
They better?
I was going to say they better, and then in my head I'm like, would that be timeline-wise where I could even be on the show? But no, because every year it's 20 episodes, so we are 7 years away from that.
Yeah.
Unless Nickelodeon just lets them, do it right.
Well, I don't think Nickelodeon's going to do it much more. I think it's going to go to Netflix. I keep hearing anyways.
Yeah, and they're talking about doing an animated series on Netflix, which is dark and gritty and mature. And
I will never watch it, and because I won't care for it.
Why not just have... If they were going to do one, why not just do one following these Power Rangers?
Yeah. Honestly, that's why I got to go pick up 2. I want to go try to pick up the graphic novel one day.
That too. Mm-hmm. Oh, one thing I was going to mention, because we talked about the Morphers. I feel like in the next movie, Billy might actually make them Morphers, like portable ones.
That would be...
Because otherwise they don't have to go all the way back to the fucking mine and the quarry whenever they have to deal with something. Because if Rita sends down a putty squad in the middle of the high school or something, like during fucking prom, like, oh shit, we got to deal with this.
Quick, to the mine.
Yeah, let's go to the mine.
Would you like to know what I found?
No, but I want to see it.
Do you just want me to link?
Yeah.
Oh dear God. I feel like this is gonna be terrifying.
Probably.
It's not. It's only barely Power Rangers.
Oh.
Did you see the new Brad, by the way?
Yes, I did.
For I'm not showing everyone, but Mighty Moaning Anal Rangers is what we were just linked, and they're butt plug shaped like Power Rangers.
Fun fact: I saw my first dildo like 2 weeks ago.
You poor sheltered child.
Still 19 and a half years old, never seen a penis. I don't feel like
a good thing.
I don't feel like changing that right now. Please do not.
I mean, if you ever want to change that, you can go to Omegle.
Yeah.
See, what they need to do is put out ones that look like the putties, because those would actually be appropriate in shape.
You are correct.
Or Ivanus, or even Zordon. No, better yet, transparent dildo with Zordon's face in it.
Oh, it makes me uncomfortable.
Or just like a action figure of Vin Diesel's head painted blue.
And on that note, everybody.
Hashtag Zordon's thick tube.
And with that, I feel like we're...
Yes.
I think we're pretty much done.
Yep.
The next part of this is going to be Cards Against Humanity and or Ninja Steel. We'll let people know when we actually do that.
Okay, I feel like Ninja Steel's going to have to wait until that goes on Netflix, because I'm not in a position in which I can...
I haven't seen anything of it.
I know where you can see it. And also, actually, episodes are available on Nickelodeon's website.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah. And I think it's on Hulu as well for free watching. You have to deal with commercials, but it's there.
I mean, I don't mind.
So I think they're there. They're also on Nickelodeon, so you can watch them there. And then there are other ways, which I won't say in the YouTube video. But
that's how I watched Twister earlier tonight.
Actually, who was available Thursday evening?
This Thursday?
I'm off. I am off usually on Thursday. Well, I won't be. I'll be seeing Power Rangers for the second time.
Okay, well, like that night though.
Probably I should be free if depending on what showing we go to see.
Okay, because I was thinking maybe we could do a cards night and try and see who else we can rope into this.
Okay, maybe.
Okay,
Sounds good. I'll keep you posted.
we'll keep trying to make GoFAR a thing.
Mhm.
So this has been us telling you to go fuck around about. See you guys later. May the power protect you.
The world is very lucky to have you, and so am I.
I'm
May
not
the power
lucky at all.
protect you always.
I don't feel lucky.
I'm waving until you stop making it be live.
I
waiting
don't
until
feel lucky. I don't feel lucky at all.